We appreciate you joining us on mybasin.com tonight for the live stream of Klamath Union versus Sutherland. Just going to get started in about 4 minutes. Appreciate you for tuning in, and stay tuned. 6:45, we're starting our show. Again, we appreciate you being tuned our way on mybasin.com. Klamath Union and Sutherland, they're warming up right now. We're going to start our show at 6:45. Just stay tuned for that. Welcome to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, live on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. I'm Josh Eldridge. Running the live stream tonight is my good friend Rick Reuter, and we're coming to you live from Sutherland High School, just about 15 minutes up I-5 from Roseburg. Tonight is the long-awaited first game of the 2021 football season between your Klamath Union Pelicans and the Sutherland Bulldogs. It's been 363 days since we've had a live broadcast, and man, oh man, is it good to be back. Last broadcast for me was March 7th. Klamath Union basketball against the Cascade Cougars was the play-in tournament for the playoffs. We were going to go up to Hillsborough High School after Klamath Union won an extraordinary basketball game. And on my way up I-5, exit 233, got the call that the season was canceled on March 12th. Then, as we know, we went into a long lockdown season over the summer. Schools were canceled. The NBA was canceled. March Madness. The NBA was paused, and everything was pretty much put on hold. Around, normal football season, got the chance to hopefully return to play. We pushed it back until January for football, and now here we are, finally in March. After cancellation, the OSAA has decided to play fall sports. That's football, volleyball, boys and girls soccer. That is our first season. Then they're going to go into spring sports, kind of flip it around. That's baseball, softball, track and field, those kinds of sports. And then, and only then, will we play traditional winter sports, which is basketball, wrestling, and some other indoor sports as well. And finally, again, we are here tonight at Sutherland High School, but not before one more scare. Originally, North Valley was supposed to come to Modoc Field in the Klamath Basin. North Valley canceled. We picked this one up with Sutherland. Sutherland had their own cancellation with Douglas. We'll talk about all of that a little bit later on. And after all of it, after nearly a full year of cancellations, we are ready for Game 1 of the new season. The Klamath Union Pelicans and the Sutherland Bulldogs look just about ready to go. So we're going to step aside, hear from Coach Tom Smith, and take a look at the Klamath Basin football schedule and get ready for kickoff. You're listening to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960, the Basin Sports Leader, with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund, and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever, and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. I'm Josh Eldridge, coming to you live from Sutherland, Oregon, just a few miles north of Roseburg off I-5. Getting ready for Klamath Union's first game of the season. I'm joined now by head coach Tom Smith. Coach, how has practice this week been different from what we've been doing this entire offseason up to this point?
I think, after watching film, the Jamboree, I think the kids have a little more, it seems like a little more direction, a little more sense of urgency, because you're able to see, okay, this is what we have to fix. It's one thing to do it in practice, but you see it on film, you see exactly what you got to fix. And I think the kids have done a great job this week of fixing what they saw. And I think what was great is, we went against Mazama and we went against Eagle Point, a 4-man front, a 3-man front, and turns out we were going to go against a 4-man, and then now we're going against a 3-man, but we'd fixed those mistakes early in the week, so hopefully that'll pay off.
Coach, last week was the Jamboree for you guys, and obviously a lot of us not able to see those last couple of games. Can you kind of fill us in on what we might have missed?
We weren't playing down and distance. We just wanted to see plays no matter what the down and distance was. We kept to our script, and I think it really paid off. We saw all the little mistakes, but, watching film, they were very fixable mistakes. So I'm excited to see the team. If everybody just picked one thing that they kind of messed up on, I think you're going to see a totally different team.
I'm joined by head coach Tom Smith of the Klamath Union Pelicans. We're getting ready for his first game of the season against the Sutherland Bulldogs. Coach, this time of year, a lot of teams still sort of feeling out their own pace. Everyone has their pace that they want to play at. And for a lot of different teams, that can mean a lot of different things. What pace of play are you trying to accomplish this year with your team?
Well, I don't think we're going to rush it. I mean, we're calling plays in. We're not really running plays in. So I think it's just going to be, if you had a quick pace and a slow pace, I think we're probably someplace in the middle, honestly. As far as, what kind of offense, what kind of pace offense we have, I think you're going to see a balanced run pass. Now, there is supposed to be 100% rain, so that might affect what we're doing. I'm with head coach Tom Smith of the Klamath Union Pelicans ahead of his first game versus Sutherland. And coach, you mentioned the weather up here. Originally, we were supposed to play in Klamath Falls against North Valley. Now, of course, that fell through. North Valley had some issues with some safety protocols within their program. And here we are in Sutherland now. Kind of talk about what the game plan has been like this week for your team. Well, the good news is they run the exact same offense that we were getting ready for all week. So hopefully that pays off in our favor. Defensively, they're running a 3-man front instead of the 4-man front that we'd been getting ready before. But again, we'd seen it in the Jamboree versus Mazama, and we've corrected the mistakes we made on that, and I think we'll do much better.
And as we take a little bit of a closer look at the Sutherland Bulldogs, can you kind of go in depth about what you expect to see from them?
I think they're really a ground and pound. They have a really big bruising fullback. They're gonna probably give it to him quite a bit. So I think you're going to see quite a bit of running with, a pass here and there, just kind of keep us on our heels. So I mean, that's what you're going to see. Defensively, I think they're a pretty solid team. They run the same defense we do, so should be a good matchup. All right, Coach, thank you for your time. That's Coach Tom Smith, head man for the Klamath Union Pelicans. We're ahead of their first game here live from Sutherland, Oregon, just a bit north of Roseburg, getting ready for the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. The Pelicans take on the Bulldogs next. We're going to take a look at the schedule from around the area down back home in the Klamath Basin, and a look at some college sports, what Oregon Tech is up to as well. All that coming up more on the pregame show ahead of the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Tires Game of the Week, and welcome back to those viewers who are now watching the live stream on mybasin.com. I'll give you the rundown on that, by the way. Live HD video is available for you online, again, for free. mybasin.com. That's where you can watch this game, again, for free, for those of you listening on radio. Getting ready for kickoff here as the two captains meeting in the age of COVID. Only two captains allowed out there right now. For your Klamath Union Pelicans, out there is going to be number 77. That's Dawson Smith. And for the Sutherland Bulldogs, out there is number 5, their quarterback, Tegan Pacini. Getting ready for kickoff as we take a look at last year for the Klamath Union Pelicans. A tough season, and there's no way to really sugarcoat that. 1-7 was their finish last year, as it looks like Sutherland has won the tip, and they are choosing to receive, and that is what they've got going over there. For the Sutherland Bulldogs, they were 7-3 last year, so a good team, but they're at the 3A level, only one step down from KU, but still a competitive team nonetheless. Take a look at some of the other games going on in the Klamath Basin tonight. Just as we take a quick look around the area, the big game back at home in Klamath Falls is Mazama and Henley. Both of those two teams ranked in preseason top 10s, looking pretty good for both of those squads. Other than that, we've got Hosanna Triad and St. Paul. Along with it is Lakeview and Coquille. They are playing on Saturday. And the final game tonight is Lost River and Bonanza. They are going at it as well in Klamath Falls. Looks like we are nearly ready for kickoff tonight. Again, we appreciate you joining us on the first game of the season. The Pelicans here in Sutherland. It is raining, just a little bit, about 40 degrees as our vantage point looking south down the I-5 corridor as we get ready for kick tonight. Back to receive, it's a pair of Bulldogs. Looking like it's going to be Adon Diaz and Dylan Smalley as we get things going tonight. The kick of the, it was maybe a little bit of a squib attempt there, kind of scrolled on out to the 20-yard line, and we will redo this one again. Klamath Union tonight in their red hats, the white tops and the red bottoms for the Pelicans, and for the Bulldogs, all black from head to toe. They've got their lettering in white and the trim in blue for this home team this evening. Again, no one in the stands either, so we appreciate you wherever you are tuning our way on mybasin.com. Welcome any of the Sutherland fans who were able to get our link. We are pleased to have you this evening as we have to reset for our first kick. Doing the kicking for Klamath Union is going to be number 6. That's Pablo Macias. He's a junior, standing 5'9", 170 pounds. I was talking about the basketball game, which was our last broadcast back on March 7th. Pablo Macias hitting one of the most clutch shots of that game, and now he is the one to kick things off in the 2021 football season. That kick is up. It bounces out to about the 20-yard line, and it's loose, having to fall on it at the 20. For Sutherland, that was number 4, and it's going to be Dylan Smalley. So Sutherland is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Fairly decent field position for KU as they start things out. Talk about the Sutherland Bulldogs for just a second. Their starting quarterback, Tegan Pacini, a senior, standing 6'1", 200 pounds. He's accompanied out there by Dylan Smalley, his running back, Brayson Parsons, Josh Davis, Thomas Mentes, Wyatt Brink, Keith Sorensen, Brandon Woods, Maddox Griggs, Trent Olson, and Paul Cervantes. As the first play, it looks to be a handoff up the middle, trudged forward for a gain of about 3 for the Sutherland Bulldogs on the first play of this season. Man, it is definitely good to be back. Even in the rain, even when it's wet down there on the field, we're staying dry. But these Pelicans looking for a win in their first game of the season. Out there for the Pels, undeniably, their defensive captain is going to be Dawson Smith up front. He is the undeniable leader of the whole team, looking for him to get some good plays up there on defense. In the shotgun, taking the snap was Pacini. He's going to hand it off and get up towards about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7 and a first down for the Sutherland Bulldogs. That is their first of the game as he handed it up to Eli Palm for the Bulldogs. It's going to be first and 10 from the 30, 11-12 remaining in the first quarter. And it looks like Pacini lining up under center here. First time he's done that so far this game. Sending a man in motion, and it's handed off. Cutting upfield for a gain of about 9. That was Josh Davis, their running back. We heard quite a bit about this fullback. Rather, that's the position he's at, taking the handoff there, and a gain of 9 yards. Now going to be second and a short 1 for the Bulldogs as they trudge downfield on their first drive of the game. 10:37 remaining here in the first quarter. They take in this one from their own 40-yard line. They're driving from left to right as we look south from our vantage point here at Sutherland High School. Pacini under center once again. He's going to hand it off the other way, coming on the near side, trucking through one tackle. That was Dylan Smalley. He's going to get the first down and call it a gain of about 5 yards, now down at their own 46-yard line, moving downfield slowly but surely. That's what we expected from the Sutherland Bulldogs coming into this one. We heard from Coach Smith before the game, sort of a ground and pound, and that's definitely what we're seeing so far, is that is their third first down of this drive, and moving down. First and 10 from the, 47-yard line. 10 minutes flat to go in this first quarter. Pacini once again under center, this time handing it out to the near side once more. No, it's Josh Davis. He's cutting upfield. He's on the near side to the 10, 15, 10, 5 touchdown for the Sutherland Bulldogs. A bit of an option play executed perfectly for Sutherland, cutting up the near sideline for a 52-yard touchdown on their 8th play of this game. Kicking the field goals for Sutherland. That's going to be number 57, Thomas Woods. And holding it still for him is going to be Dylan Smalley as the Bulldogs strike first in this one. Looks like they might end up going for 2 here. It's Josh Davis, the big fullback, taking that one 52 yards to the house, and they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Snap handed off to Davis. He's wrapped up in the backfield. No. The pass coming out to the near side, taken out of bounds. And the conversion is no good, so we'll stand at 6-0. The Sutherland Bulldogs are ahead in this one after just about 3 minutes of playing time. That drive going 80 yards in about 6 plays, and the final play was a 52-yard rush by Josh Davis for the touchdown. No 2-point conversion, so again, we'll stay at 6-0. This does, however, set up Klamath Union with a chance to strike back early. Still lots of time left on the clock in this first quarter. As Sutherland looking to take the field, their special teams getting their first opportunity in the season. Talk about the weather tonight. About 39 degrees here from Sutherland. And chilly. The hands are definitely cold out there, having to warm them up. We saw in the pregame a couple dropped passes here or there, but definitely as we get moving in this one, I'm sure those fingers will warm up. Going to see some completed passes, although Sutherland, like we saw on that last drive, a fairly ground and pound team. That's what Coach Tom Smith was telling us about, is from the KU Pelicans. They expect Josh Davis to get the football quite a bit in this one, and capping off that last drive with the 52-yard rush. Klamath Union now back to receive. Back doing it for them is Jameis Dutra, along with, I believe Silas Dutra is back there as well. The twins doing the receiving for the Pelicans. .9:47 left to go in the first quarter. And the kick is up. Sort of a line drive to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be picked up on the far side, wrapped up and brought down at the 36. I believe that was Javon Zumwalt grabbing that one, the sophomore standing 5'10". So KU is going to take over with 9:41 left to go in the first quarter. They are taking over from what I believe to be their 32, 33-yard line on the right side of the field as they drive right to left. The starting quarterback for the KU Pelicans is going to be Silas Dutra. Get the Twins mixed up sometimes as he is in the pocket. He takes the snap. He is going to hand it off up the middle, swallowed up after maybe a gain of 1, maybe no gain. That's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Pelicans. And I believe taking the handoff back there was going to be Jameis Dutra. Pair of juniors. Again, they are twins. Playing up this year. Kept down on JV last season, but getting the opportunity to play after a COVID-shortened season and training camp, able to solidify their starting spots. Clock still running, 9:10 left to go in the first quarter. The Sutherland Bulldogs lead 6-0. Klamath Union with possession of the football right now. Sending a man in motion was Silas Dutra. He's going to keep the option, run to the far side. He's got blockers. He's cutting up the far sideline. He's now past the 50 up to the 40 before being brought out of bounds. Call it a gain of almost 20 yards by the junior. Their first down of the game as well for KU. That's always a nice one to get with 8:55 remaining in the first quarter. First and 10 from the Sutherland 41. Now the Pelicans driving downfield after crossing midfield on, again, a 20-yard rush from Silas Dutra. That is the quarterback for the Pelicans. Still getting to know some of these positions, and we'll learn it together. Pelicans have one wide receiver lined out to the near side. That's Antonio Ortiz. Sending a man in motion was Jameis Dutra. Silas handing it off to his near man, cutting upfield to about the 38-yard line, but there is a flag down on the field. With the run that time, I believe it was Kane Holmgreen for the Pelicans. Going to see what the call is here, as there was a flag down. No gain on the play regardless. Looks like it's going to be against the Pelicans. Probably looking to be about a 5-yard penalty. We'll see. Probably a hold, and that's exactly the call. So KU will move backwards. They'll move back 10 yards. Even after that great play, now they are at just about the 45-yard line, back in their own territory, pretty much back where we started. 1st and 20 for the Pels. Making some substitutions, just catching a couple guys checking in. Javon Zumwalt is in the game for the Pels. 8:16 remaining in a 6-0 ball game. The Sutherland Bulldogs are in control of this one. KU lining 2 men up on the far side. Make that 3 wide receivers. 1 man close. That's going to be Kane Holmgreen. Snap dropping back into the pocket is Dutra. He looks to unload it downfield. He's got a man open, and it is incomplete. Had a hand on it for Sutherland. That would be number 81, Paul Cervantes. He got a good hand on it, but ended up dropping it. So a scary pass is just an incomplete pass. Now 2nd and 20 for the Pels. Had a good look at a couple guys downfield. Is Dutra. That was the first time he's tried to air it out so far this season. And a good throw in there, but into coverage regardless. 2 men lined up on the near side for KU. That's going to be Lincoln Peterson and Kane Holmgreen. Dutra sends a man in motion and holds it on the option. He's going to trip upfield, running into his own center, bring it up to about the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 yards. Now going to be 3rd and 18 for the Pelicans. Their 7th play of the drive coming up. Going to have to see Dutra's arm here. I believe that's what we're going to see in a 3rd and very long situation. Back out there playing the option with them was Zumwalt. Had me fooled a little bit too, but Dutra cutting upfield and only for a gain of about a yard. Still hasn't taken a snap under center. Nothing's changed here. He's in the shotgun, takes the snap, rolls out to the far side, airing it out downfield. And that one is going to be dropped at about the 25-yard line. Throwing it into double coverage. I believe the intended target was going to be Jameis Dutra. Again, Silas is the quarterback. They are twins. Going to be a little bit troubling for those of you maybe listening at home. But Jameis, the wide receiver, Silas is the quarterback. Maybe we'll go on a first-name basis from now on. Punting unit is out for the Pelicans. Doing the kicking for them is going to be Pablo Macias. And back to receive for the Sutherland Bulldogs. I'll try to see who that is past the number. We'll get it for you in a second. High snap to Macias. He's able to corral it. The kick is up. Letting it bounce was going to be Dylan Smalley. They will let it roll all the way up to about the 12-yard line. Beautiful punt from Macias. Call it about 50 yards. And Sutherland will take control at their own, call it 12-yard line, with 6:54 remaining in the first quarter. We appreciate you joining us on the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. Les Schwab Tires, they've been doing the right thing since 1952. They got the full-service shop down there. They don't just handle wheels and tires. They got their brakes as well. You can go check them out in Klamath Falls. They're located on South 6th Street as well as out in Merrill. Sutherland Bulldogs, they got possession of the football. Pacini under center. He's going to hand it off to Josh Davis, who tries to trudge up the middle. Doesn't get anywhere as KU able to break through. In on the tackle for the Pelicans is going to be number 79. That's Alan Adams, one of the big guys up front for the Pels. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Last time the Bulldogs had the ball, they went 6 plays, and they went 80 yards for the touchdown, capped off by a 52-yard Josh Davis touchdown run. KU looking to prevent that one again. 6:22 left in the first quarter. Going to have Ticini under center again. 2nd and 10. It is on the near hash at about the 12-yard line. Sending a man in center in motion was Smalley. Josh Davis tries to power his way up the middle. Man, that kid is big with a gain of 3. Josh Davis, number 32, a senior standing 6'2", 235 pounds. If you're watching the video stream, you can tell him apart from any of the other Bulldogs. He's quite a few inches taller, quite a few inches wider as well, and he is using his force to push around the Pelican front 4 just a little bit. 3rd and 5 with 5:41 remaining in the first quarter. Ticini has yet to throw the football as well, and so far that seems to be Sutherland's plan. Again, just keep it on the ground, run that clock. Looks to be another handoff. That gets up the middle for a first down, brought up to the 25-yard line. And bringing it up there, looked to be number 14, Brayson Parsons. Bit of an option play. Getting lost in the line. First down for the Sutherland Bulldogs. Now taking it from the 25-yard line, maybe the 24. Likely going to see another ground and pound here. KU's front 4, though, they have been prepared for it. Haven't let Josh Davis break free except for that one 52-yard touchdown, which was on their first drive. Looking to get in there again. The ball is snapped and handed off to Davis. He gets swallowed up after a gain of 2. Just trying to power up the middle. He brings it up to about the 27-yard line. Still right between the 2 hash marks as the Sutherland Bulldogs now drive left to right on your video stream. Again, if you're listening on 104.3 and 960 Sports back in Klamath Falls, we appreciate you. But you can also watch live HD video for free on mybasin.com. Share it around. If you got people who'd like to watch, we'll welcome them. All right, Sutherland, it is 2nd and 6. They send a man in motion. Smalley is going to go in motion, but an option pass to Davis. He's going to get wrapped up and brought down at the 35-yard line. Call it a first down in a gain of 7 for the Bulldogs. And pardon me, that wasn't Davis. That was actually Thomas Mentes, number 34, for the Sutherland Bulldogs. Another first down for them. That is their 2nd of this drive. 5th of the game so far. They are eating up quite a bit of clock. 4:07 remaining in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead 6-0. Ticini under center once again. Davis behind him. He's not taking the handoff. It's going to be Mentes again. He cuts up the far side. Doesn't get very far. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play. Bringing it up to the 39-yard line. Still in Bulldogs territory. Is now Sutherland starting to run a bit of the option. They're handing it off to Mentes. They're mixing it up with Davis in the middle as well. Keeping KU on their toes a little bit. But so far, Klamath Union not letting them break away with the big play. Although if you keep moving the sticks for Sutherland, you don't necessarily need the big play. Just keep moving it first down, and eventually you'll find yourself in the end zone. 2nd and 7 as they take it from the 39-yard line. The snap to Ticini. He's going to hand it off. No. Yes, it was up to the 40-yard line. In on the tackle for KU is going to be Jameis Dutra. He doubles as a running back, but also one of the better defensive backs for the Pelicans as well. As he swallows up the open field tackle, I believe he brought down Brayson Parsons once again. It's going to be 3rd and call it 6 for the Sutherland Bulldogs. They have converted on 3rd down once so far tonight. They are 1 for 2 when attempting to do so. .240 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Appreciate you being with us as the Sutherland Bulldogs lead the KU Pelicans in this one. Ticini under center for Sutherland, and you're going to have offsides or false start for KU, but they got him to jump. Not quite sure who that's going to be on, but it was a flag nonetheless. That's going to move the ball forward, and we're going to see for sure offsides against KU. And that will move the ball forward about 5 yards. Still going to be 3rd down and 1 to go. So not quite enough for the first down, but Sutherland still doing what they want to there. And that was to get KU offsides. A couple of guys jump in there. I believe I saw Holmgreen jump, and I maybe saw Alan Adams, the senior, jump across sides too. Either way, no wide receivers lined up too far outside for Sutherland. We got one guy close, and that's going to be Parsons. Ticini taking the snap. He's going to hand it off to Davis, who tries to fight his way up the middle. He does for a gain of 4 and the first down. They're now at the 48-yard line as Sutherland continues to move the ball downfield. 1st and 10 for them. They lead 6-0. Ticini now calling his play. They've got one wide receiver lined up to the close side. That's Parsons once again. Josh Davis lined up behind him. They got a man in motion. That's Smalley. Ticini going to throw the close pass. It's completed and brought up to the other 40-yard line as they cross midfield. Making the reception was Adon Diaz. Call it a gain of about 9 yards on the play. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. So a gain of 10 and another first down for the Bulldogs. $1:32 remaining in the first quarter. Sutherland leading 6-0. That's their 6th first down of the game. Sutherland playing a bit of methodical football, just moving the ball downfield. They're using the option. They use the pass for the first time right now as Ticini hands it off to Josh Davis, but he is swallowed up in the backfield. KU not falling for the option that time. A gain of, a loss of 1 yard. Call it 2nd and 11 now, as that is the first tackle for loss coming out from KU. I believe in on that tackle was Carson Endicott, one of the guys up front for the Pelicans. Breaking through the offensive line there. 2nd and 11. This will be the 8th play of this drive that has lasted 5 minutes of clock. Pacini under center, and they're going to have someone jump off sides again on the hard count. Looked like it might be a false start on Sutherland. We'll see what they decide to do. Waiting for the signal. Going to be offsides on KU. They're going to bring it up another 5 yards. It looked to me like one of the wide receivers for Sutherland might have jumped, but they're focused on the trenches. And it looks like KU, they jumped offsides for the 2nd time in this game. 39 seconds and counting left to go in the fourth. In the first. This is only the 3rd drive of the game. Sutherland has 2 of them, and they've been running the clock down for the better part of 5 minutes. Ticini hands the ball off. It goes up the far side. Call it a gain of 1. Carrying the football that time, I believe, to be Dylan Smalley, as he's gotten the ball quite a bit tonight too. Call it 3rd and 4. Sutherland driving downfield. They're in KU territory at about the 33-yard line. They're going to let the clock run down here as we finish our first quarter of action. The Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, brought to you on mybasin.com, as well as live HD video on mybasin.com, on the radio, 104.3, 960 Sports. We'll be back with the second quarter of action. Sutherland leads 6-0.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Truck Month, only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
Welcome back to 104.3 and 960 Sports Live HD video on mybasin.com. You got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. We are here in Sutherland, Oregon, as the Bulldogs welcome our Klamath Union Pelicans. Sutherland also in control of the football game after 12 minutes. We start the second quarter. They are up 6-0. Early on in the first quarter, the senior fullback for Sutherland, Josh Davis, running in a 52-yard touchdown. So far, that has been our only score of the game as we bring things back to you here in Sutherland. The rain has kind of cooled down just a little bit, still coming down a little, about 39 degrees tonight as we start the second quarter of action. Sutherland's got the ball. And waiting just a second. Equipment violation, it looks like, for Sutherland. Checking in a new player. The Bulldogs are taking over on the KU 34-yard line. It is third and about 4 to go. They've already converted on 2 third downs tonight. They are, as a matter of fact, 2 for 2. Got that wrong a little bit earlier. Taking the pass, the toss to Josh Davis. He cuts up on the far sideline. He's brought down just before the first down marker. It was a gain of 3. But it'll be 4th and 1. You know, last time Sutherland, when they scored the touchdown, they attempted to go for the 2-point conversion. With their field position where they are right now, likely going to go for the 4th down conversion. It will be their first attempt at doing so this game. It's 4th and call it 2 to go. As this is, again, their first attempt at a 4th down conversion. They are now 2 for 3 attempting 3rd down conversions. Guys bulked up the center, likely going to go to Josh Davis. Pacini under center. The toss to Davis. He's going to cut upfield. He gets the first down and then some. Call it a gain of 5 yards. He brings it up to about the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 this drive that started with 6 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter has now gone 10 plays in about, call it 7 minutes. A lot of run plays. The Bulldogs have only passed the ball once and so far have 7 first downs after that last one. Taking the snap, the toss again to Davis. He's able to cut upfield, call it a gain of about 8 before he's swallowed up by the KU linebackers. I believe in on the tackle is going to be number 82, that's Jackson Murhoff. Murhoff, a junior, standing 6'4", 205 pounds, doubling as a basketball and baseball player when he's not suited up in the pads. 10:21 left to go in the second. The Bulldogs are ahead 6-0. Second and call it 4 to go. Taking this one from the 20-yard line, driving downfield is now the Bulldogs drive from right to left as we look south. The ball snapped, handed off to Diaz. He cuts up the far sideline. He's got some daylight before he's finally brought down. Call it a gain of 10 on the play. He's brought down to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. We'll see if they give him 1st and goal now as he's taking it from the 10. It looks like that's what it's going to be. Another first down for Sutherland, their 8th of the evening. And Josh Davis and the rest of the crew back there for Sutherland, they are running their game just to plan. Man in motion, instead going to be handed to Davis. He trudges up the middle, call it a gain of 3. Now Davis, when he runs it, he's broken up a couple of times for a gain of 52 and a touchdown in the first. He's also gotten a gain of 10 here or there, but oftentimes you go 3 yards, 4 yards. That's where you get your first down. And Davis, that's what he's been doing all night long. Second and goal now from about the 6. Still Sutherland football. 9:11 and counting left to go in the second quarter. Pacini under center. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to Davis, who gets swallowed up. No, he's able to trudge through. He was brought down, spun around, and I believe he made it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a ridiculously great play from Josh Davis, spinning around and finding his way into the end zone for yet another Sutherland touchdown. That was a 6-yard rush for Davis, his second of the game. And, of course, last time attempting a 2-point conversion. We'll see what Sutherland decides to do here. 8:56 and counting in the second quarter. That drive lasting about 12 plays and going 88 yards. They are going for the 2-point conversion. Calling a timeout is Tegan Pacini. We'll take one as well. You got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We've got live HD video on mybasin.com. Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week, where the Sutherland Bulldogs lead the Klamath Union Pelicans 12-0. They called a timeout as they attempt their 2-point conversion with 8:56 left to go. They were able to score on a 6-yard Josh Davis rush. That was his second touchdown of the evening. The drive lasting about 10 minutes almost and lasting 12 plays as they attempt the 2-point conversion here. Man in motion. They are going to pitch it out to Diaz. He's going to get in untouched on the far side of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good for Sutherland. They now lead 14-0. KU, they got to put some points up on the board here. Last time they had the ball, it went 6 plays before they had to punt it. And the extra point, two-point conversion rather, is good for Josh Davis. That drive for Sutherland, really opened my eyes. It lasted, again, about 10 minutes, 12 plays, and there was 5 first downs on that drive alone for the Bulldogs. The Pelicans again tonight as we welcome you in if you're just joining us. Again, 14-0. Sutherland leads the Pelicans. Sutherland tonight, they're going to be kicking off the ball to start the drive for KU. They are kicking from right to left. They've got their all-black uniforms on, white numbers with blue trim. For the KU Pelicans, they've got their red helmets with KU on the side, white tops, black numbers, and lettering with red trim, and red bottoms for the Pelicans. Their road uniforms, I got to say, they look pretty clean as opposed to the all-reds we got at Modoc Field. I got to say, though, I like the white jerseys for these Pelicans. They get ready to take control of the ball as the kick is up, more of a squib kick, going to be kicked out to about the 35, picked up and moved up about 2 yards on the near side. Trying to see who that was who picked the ball up for KU. That's number 12, Javon Zumwalt. Javon, a sophomore, 5'10", 165 pounds. He's not in the starting lineup on either side of the ball for KU, but he has made his impact as an alternate on special teams as well as some trick plays, maybe a little bit on offense. Zumwalt, just the sophomore, getting involved early. KU taking over with 8:51 left to go. They trail by 14. They are taking over, driving from left to right at the 38-yard line in their own territory. 2 wide receivers lined up to the near side, 1 out to the far side. They send a man in motion. That one handed off. No, it looks like Dutra is able to keep it. He cuts up to the far side, breaks a tackle, and gets up about 3 yards past the 40-yard line, maybe the 42. Call it a gain of 3. Solid keeper there for Dutra. Again, it is Silas at the quarterback position. Jameis is out there as well. They're twins. Got to get on a first-name basis with these guys. These two twins going to spend this year and next year both a lot of help to these KU Athletics. They also play basketball in the wintertime. 3 wide receivers lined up to the near side for KU, 1 to the far side as they hand the ball up the middle. It looks like Zumwalt was swallowed up maybe after a gain of 1, maybe no gain. It'll be third down regardless for the Pelicans. Call it third down and 6. KU 0 for 1 so far, trying to convert the third down. They ended up punting it on their last drive. Trying to eat up some clock, trying to score here. This third down is important. Although last time when they had the ball, it was also a third and long after a holding call. This time in a little bit better field position. Third and, call it 6.5 for KU. Silas is in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers lined up to the near side, 1 to the far side. He puts Zumwalt in motion, takes the snap, drops back into the pocket, airs it out downfield, and the pass is intercepted at the 35-yard line by Colby Stinnett. Stinnett, a 6-foot senior, making the play for Sutherland there. That's obviously a drive killer for KU as they couldn't even get 1 first down, and the Bulldogs will now take it over at what I believe to be the 35-yard line. Tried to air it out on third down, couldn't quite get the ball there, and it was intercepted. The first turnover of the game for either team comes with 7:25 left to go in the second quarter. Sutherland again takes over at their own 35, 7:25 to go left in the second. This is the best field position so far for Sutherland, at least starting their drive. So far, they started at the 20 and scored. Then they started at the 12 and scored. This time starting at their own 35. Definitely the field position you'd like to see coming out for them. A play-action pass goes downfield and is incomplete at about the 50-yard line. On the far sideline, the intended receiver was Colby Stinnett. Stinnett was the guy who just intercepted the ball too, trying to give him some love on the offensive side of the ball, but it will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's only the second attempted pass as well. That puts Pacini 1 for 2 on pass completions in the game. Big defensive stop would go a long way here for KU as they try to at least cut this lead in half going into halftime. And when we do finally get to halftime, we'll take a look around the Klamath Basin, a look around the state, some college basketball to get to as well. We'll talk about that at halftime. Josh Davis takes the handoff for the Bulldogs. He cuts upfield, a gain of about 3. He gets it up to the 38-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 7 for Sutherland. Again, they are the home team tonight, but not too many people in the stands as they age of COVID. We've got some people lined up behind KU. Not quite sure if those are Pelican fans or if they are here from Sutherland, but some people lined up around the fences here just north of Roseburg. 6:51 and counting left in the second. Sutherland still with the ball. It is 3rd and 7. They're on the near hash, driving from right to left. The handoff is taken and cutting upfield. On the far sideline, he's got daylight, and that's going to be Smalley before finally being taken down on the other side of midfield at the 35. Call it a gain of 25 on the ground for Smalley, as he has been sneaky back there all evening long. He won't touch the ball for 4 or 5 plays, but then he cuts upfield. A big gain of 25 is going to be good for a first down. That is the 10th first down of the game for Sutherland, as they have just been systematically chipping away at the field all night long. First downs, 10 of them, count them on both hands, and that is quite a bit for just the first half of action tonight. They take it now from, call it the 46-yard line. That one is handed off and still going. He's got daylight. That's going to be Thomas Mentes taking it all the way home for the Sutherland Bulldogs. A 36-yard touchdown for Sutherland. That makes the score 20-0, 6:02 left to go, and that is Mentez's first touchdown run of the night. And that last couple times, going for the 2-point conversion is Sutherland. It looks like this time they're going to settle for the field goal. Out to kick is Thomas Woods. Holding it still for him is Dylan Smalley. Wind not really a factor in this kick. It's not windy at all. The snap is fumbled and swallowed up. It is no good. Trying to bring him down. It looks like the officials are just going to call this one dead. 20-0 after a 36-yard touchdown run from Thomas Mentes, the junior, standing 6 foot tall for the Sutherland Bulldogs. But now you look for KU. Their defense, a little bit of a mishap on that last drive. They allowed Sutherland to drive downfield, obviously, for the touchdown. But if you're able to score here, that will go a long way. You get 20-6, 20-7, whatever the case would be, regardless of an extra point. Then KU gets the ball back to start the third quarter. Now, though, too far to look ahead maybe, but 6:02 left to go in the half. Definitely something that Coach Tom Smith is considering. Might try to eat up as much clock as they can and hope to score the football on this next drive as they trail by 20. 6:02 left to go in the second. And back to receive for KU. It's going to be Jameis Dutra as well as Kane Holmgreen is going to be back there for the Pelicans, although the kick hasn't really gotten that far any time yet. Been a lot of squib kicks coming out for Sutherland. Looking for Zumwalt to maybe grab this one again, and that's not what happens. That ball is kicked. Zumwalt is going to be the one to catch it. He gets it at the 25, getting up past the 30. Now the 35 before finally being brought down at the 40. About a 10-yard kick return, 15 yards, as he gives KU fairly good field position to start this crucial drive, even though we're only in the second quarter. See if KU decides if they're going to try to ground and pound and run out the clock, or if they decide to try to air it out and maybe try to get some scoring done early. They take over at the 40-yard line. They are driving from left to right if you are watching the video stream on mybasin.com. We appreciate you tuned in wherever you are, especially if you're one of the Sutherland faithful tonight watching. We welcome you into our live stream. Appreciate you tuning in from wherever you are. KU taking control of the football at the 39-yard line, with 5:56 left to go. Shut down, 3 and out last time as Dutras takes the snap. It is thrown over the center and caught. A gain of almost 20 yards. The receiver there, Caden Coulter. A great reception there, as that should give Silas some confidence. A first down for KU. It's only their second of the game as opposed to 10 for Sutherland. Trying to get downfield. They take it now 1st and 10 from the Sutherland 40. And again, it was a gain of about 20 yards. Call it 22 to be exact on the Coulter reception from Silas Dutra. He's got one wide receiver lined up to the far side, trips on the near side, and he's in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap and play action pass. Throw slants over the middle and slipped right through the fingers of Zumwalt. Almost an interception behind him. Zumwalt couldn't quite get his hands on that one. And you know what? It is cold outside, but when that one hits you in the chest like that, Zumwalt bringing that one down would have been a big play, although all for naught. 2nd and 10 from the Sutherland 39, closer to the 40, we'll call it the 39, and 5:29 remaining in the first half. Already one first down on this drive for KU as that came on the 20-yard reception to Caden Coulter. Coulter is lining up on the far side. There's trips out there and one on the near side for KU, sending a man in motion. That was Dutra. And it looks to be an option keeper for Silas. He's going to cut up and maybe a gain of 1. We're going to call it 3rd and 9 on this upcoming play. Silas, the quarterback, has kept it a couple times. He ran it up a few times for a few yards. He's probably got about 7-8 rushing yards on the game and 20 in the air. Going to be 3rd and 9. Clock running, 5:05 remaining here in the second quarter. Again at halftime, going to take a look around the Klamath Basin, around the state of Oregon. We got some basketball to talk about. Oregon Tech basketball, they're back on the 19th and the 20th. We'll break it all down at halftime, but right now we got football as it's 3rd and 9. Taking the snap is Silas. He rolls out to his left side and dumps it off to his left side. It is caught, but not for a first down. A gain of about 5 on the play. I believe that was Pablo Macias who brought down that pass. It's going to be 4th and 5 at the 35 for KU, as it looks like they are going to go for it here. They got good field position to do it. Completed a couple passes in a row. We'll see what Coach Tom Smith decides what he's going to do with the football here. 4th down. It's KU's first attempt at a first down conversion tonight. In the shotgun is going to be Silas. He takes the snap. No pressure yet. Rolling out to the right side. He's going to cut upfield. He jumps over one. Breaks another tackle before being brought down at the 32. That is just short of a first down. He was about 3 feet short there, 1 yard. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Pelicans. Still unable to get anything going offensively. one first down on that drive, lasting 4 plays and about 2 minutes. As now the KU defense, they're back on the field, still trying to get some work in. And the Sutherland Bulldogs offense, which has scored 20 first half points with still 4 minutes to go in the quarter. One wide receiver lined out to either side of Pacini. He's got the big man in the backfield. That's Davis. And the pitch is coming out to Smalley. He's up the near sideline before being tripped up 2 flags down in the backfield. We'll see where this one goes. Smalley would have gained about 1.5 yards, but this one might be coming back. Some yellow laundry out by the 40. It looked like to be in the backfield as well. See what the call is coming up. Appreciate you being tuned our way this evening. Helmet to helmet is the call against Sutherland. Interesting call there. Doesn't get called too often, but definitely a good call by the officials. Want to keep everyone safe out there. I believe that's a personal foul and having to go back 15 yards. They get to redo first down, but now it is first and about 20 yards for Sutherland. Looks to be another penalty. Could be another false start on Sutherland. That one is going back even further. 3:45 remaining in the first half. 20-0 the score. Sutherland is in control of this one. Again, that one is going back even farther. So as we take a look at this drive, originally starting at the 34-yard line, the first down marker at the 44-yard line, the ball being snapped from the 16-yard line. Quite a ways to go for Sutherland as it is a run up the middle. Coming up the near sideline is Josh Davis. He's already got the first down and then some. Crosses midfield and he steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line. The 44-yard line. A huge gain that time for Sutherland. Call it about 36 yards on that gain. First and 10, and KU, they had Sutherland on their heels and allowing the big play from Davis. He is absolutely running up and down the field tonight. 3:23 to go in the first quarter. That is the 11th first down for Sutherland tonight, as opposed to only 2 for Klamath Union. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. That one pitched out to Mentes. Mentes cuts upfield. He's able to get a first down and then some. Maybe call it a gain of 11. No, scratch that. He was brought down just a little bit before. Call it a gain of 8. Second and about 3 to go. 7.5 yards on that play for Mentes. 3 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. Sutherland, if they're able to cap off this drive with a score, that would go a long way to, building a lot of confidence going into the second half. KU will start with possession when we get to the third quarter, but of course trying their best not to allow Sutherland to get into the end zone for the 4th time tonight. Man in motion was Diaz. It's a keeper as Pacini cuts up the middle. Rather, that's Josh Davis on the handoff. Unable to bring him down. He dragged a Pelican with him for about 5 yards. That was a gain of, call it 15 on the play. Now up to the the 16-yard line. Another first down for Sutherland, and that makes it 12 on the night, only in the first half. First and 10 now from the 16-yard line. They are driving downfield deep into Pelican territory. This is only the 4th play of this drive, already going about 90 yards almost. Call it 85. At the 16-yard line, first and 10 for Sutherland. They send a man in motion. That's Diaz. It is handed off up the middle, swallowed up before it could go anywhere. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play, maybe 2. Second and 12. Now they're taking it from the 19-yard line. $1:50 left to go in the first half. Sutherland might try to eat up some clock. We'll see if they decide to go for broke into the end zone or if they settle for a field goal, depending on what happens in the last 200 seconds in this one. Slow, methodical play for Sutherland. They are chewing up the clock the best they can. They lead by 20. It's a 3-score game already, and we're not even out of the first half. Davis in the backfield. Pacini under center. They send a man in motion. That's Diaz. Unable to get KU to jump as they try the hard count. Handed off to Davis. He cuts up the middle, but swallowed up after a gain of 4. It's now going to be 3rd and 9 for Sutherland. Davis has been tipping away. He has not been tackled for a loss once tonight, and has just been moving the ball upfield. He's got to be close to 100 yards rushing already, if not past that, just in this game alone. He's got a 52-yard rushing touchdown, a 6-yard rushing touchdown, and a few big 30-yard gains already in this one. 41 seconds left to go in the first half. This one is handed off to Diaz on the near side. He gets tackled about midfield. Well, middle of the hashes, rather. He's up to the 14-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a timeout charged to Sutherland with 29 seconds left to go in this second quarter. KU trailing 20-0. Again, we'll take a quick look around the area tonight as Henley is playing Mazama. We talked about that game a little while ago. We've also got, let's take a look here. Hosanna Triad is playing St. Paul. Lost River is at Bonanza tonight, and Lakeview is playing Coquille tomorrow. We'll take a look also at some of the Roseburg area schools, what's going on in Douglas County tonight for all of you, those of you listening that are fans of the Sutherland Bulldogs. Appreciate you being with us. Also going to take a look at what some of these Oregon colleges are doing on the basketball court as Pac-12 women's tournament is going on right now, and the men's tournament starting next week, as well as what's going on up at Oregon Tech Athletics. See what the Owls are up to. That's coming up at halftime, but we still got 29 seconds left to play in the first half. It's going to be 4th and 8 for Sutherland. Send a man in motion and hand it off to Josh Davis. He's going to cut upfield and get in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown rush for Josh Davis. And that is going to make it 26-0 with 23 seconds left to go in the second half. We'll see if they decide to go for a field goal or a 2-point conversion, rather the extra point, not the field goal. 14-yard Josh Davis touchdown. That is his 3rd tonight and the 4th touchdown for the Bulldogs so far this evening. They're going to try to go for 2, try to make it an even 28-0. We'll see what they decide to do. That one is going to be handed off. No, it's a play-action pass into the end zone, wide open, and it is good. The 2-point conversion working out for Sutherland. That's the second time it's worked for him tonight. And making the catch in the end zone, I believe that to be number 26, Luke Rethwill. He is a senior and converting 2 points that time for Sutherland. It'll be tough for KU to get anything going here. They've got 23 seconds to do it. They also get the ball back to start the third quarter when that does roll around. That last drive for Sutherland lasting about 7 plays, started at the 33-yard line, ended up back at the 12 due to penalties. So all in all, we'll call it a 88-yard drive. That's the second time they've gone 88 yards tonight, as early in the first quarter they had a touchdown drive that started back at the 12 with 6:54 remaining in the first, ended up scoring that one in the second quarter. KU back to receive. Each time so far it's been Zumwalt bringing it down. We'll see if he's able to get it again. If you're watching on the live video stream, he's up at the 25-yard line on the near side. He is going to miss it on one hop, and that ball is fumbled around a little bit at the 20, and a fumble it looks like. Recovered by KU at the 20-yard line. Taking a shot that time was Jackson Murhoff. He's able to hold on to it and keep with it. But a big hit regardless. You can hear the folks behind us here at Sutherland tonight, the few that are here working the game. That was, in fact, a big hit. But KU able to keep possession. We'll see if they decide to run it here, maybe try to air it out, get a quick score. They really got nothing else to do except try to throw the ball downfield, get out of bounds a few times. KU still has 2 timeouts with 17 seconds left to go. They get up to the ball. Silas in the backfield. He's got 3 wide receivers lined up to the far side, 1 to the near side as they drive from left to right upfield. They're in Sutherland territory. They're taking it over at the 20. Silas drops back into the pocket. He sees the play collapse. He's going to cut upfield. He's going to gain about 5 yards on the play. Call it 2nd and 5. And I believe Coach Smith, he's going to let the clock run out here. 4, 3, 2, 1. 28-0 is the score after one half tonight. Sutherland in control of the game, but still 24 minutes left to play in this one. We'll break down the first half stats for you and take a look around the state coming up in the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union halftime show. You're watching the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week live on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome to the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union halftime show. Picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or just want a great checking account, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union can help you reach your goals. We're halftime here from Sutherland, and the score, 28-0. the Bulldogs lead the Pelicans. Just taking a look at how this game has gone so far, Sutherland, he started the game with the ball, starting at their own 20, went 80 yards in about 4 minutes on 6 plays, capping that one off with a 52-yard touchdown rush from senior Josh Davis for the Sutherland Bulldogs. And unfortunately, that became a bit of a theme. They got the ball back with 6:54 left in the second after a 4-play drive that went for naught for KU. That time they went about 12 plays in 10 minutes, capping that one off with another touchdown from Josh Davis. This one only from about 6 yards out. That made the score 14-0. KU get the ball back through an interception after 3 plays with 8:34 left to go in the second quarter. Sutherland, they got the ball back in 3 plays. They went about 70 yards, capping it off with a 36-yard touchdown from Thomas Mentes. That made the score 20-0 after a missed field goal attempt. The snap was fumbled, and the attempt went for naught. After that, it was 20-0. KU in 4 plays. They were unable to make it work. It was a turnover on downs. Sutherland, they got the ball back at their own 33-yard line with about 2 minutes left to go in the game, and they brought it down 7 plays, brought it down in about 2 minutes, and capped it off with a Josh Davis touchdown. He brought it out from about 12 yards out. KU, they are scoreless in this one. However, they did get 3 first downs in the first half. They were 1 for 2 on third down conversions, 0 for 1 on fourth down conversions. For the Sutherland Bulldogs, now get this, 12 first downs in the first half, getting them 28 points in that first half. They were able to go 3 for 4 on fourth down conversions and 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions. 3 for 4 on third down conversions and 1 for 2 on fourth down conversions for these Bulldogs. That's how we get the score of 28-0. Taking a quick look around the state, though, especially here at home in the Klamath Basin. Mazama and Henley are playing tonight. That's a key game because both teams ranked in the top 10 in a lot of media preseason polls. Shout out to the folks at Mid-Major Media on Twitter, putting out the polls and promoting these 4A schools. Doing a lot of good work, those folks at Mid-Major Media on Twitter. Also in the Klamath Basin, Hosanna Triad and St. Paul are battling. Lost River is at Bonanza tonight. Lost River dropping down to 1A, by the way, just for football. They'll be back in the Cascade Conference in basketball and baseball and all that stuff. Again, they are playing Bonanza tonight. And Lakeview, just over the way past the Klamath Basin a little bit, they are at Coquille on Saturday. For those of you Sutherland fans wondering what's going on in your neck of the woods tonight, the only game that's happening is South Umpqua is in Medford against St. Mary's. Roseburg canceled their game. They are out until the 12th when they play South Medford. And Douglas canceled their game. They were originally supposed to play Sutherland. Douglas canceled their game. They are out until the 13th when they play South Umpqua. Now, something we can all get behind. Oregon State and Oregon play Sunday at 5, the men's basketball. Of course, you can listen to the play-by-play on 104.3 and 960 Sports. For that one, we'll carry the Oregon State Beavers and the Ducks playing the game formerly known as the Civil War on Sunday. Taking a look at tomorrow, Portland State is playing Southern Utah tomorrow at 1. And in non-basketball news, taking a look at some baseball, Oregon State baseball is playing BYU tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That game also can be heard on 104.3 FM and 960 AM. And for the Ducks baseball program, they're at UC Santa Barbara tomorrow at noon. Oregon Tech Owls, they are back. Men and women's basketball, they open on the 19th and the 20th against Bushnell University. All Oregon Tech Owls basketball games, whether it be the Lady Owls or the men, can be heard on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Glad that the Cascade Collegiate Conference was finally able to get with the Oregon Health Authority and get that done for those Owls. Baseball's been playing. They're at the Masters University this weekend for a few games. And softball is at the University of Providence in Montana. They are on the road in that one. And cross country is going to be at Corbin University. They started today. They are finishing up tomorrow for cross country, the Owls. Talking about Klamath Union, we bring it back home for just a second. Boys soccer, they are playing Mazama tomorrow at 1. We will have live HD video for you for that one on mybasin.com. Pleasure to bring you that one against the Vikings boys soccer tomorrow. Volleyball is playing on Saturday as well. That's tomorrow at 2:45. They're going to be at Mazama. Volleyball then back on Monday against Bonanza at 5:45, back on a school day. And girls soccer is at Mazama on Monday at 4:30. Our next broadcast will be, after boys soccer, our next football broadcast will be at Hidden Valley on Friday at 7. Live on the radio, 104.3 and 960 Sports, and HD video available for you on mybasin.com. Looking forward to a good football season. That game against Hidden Valley going to be interesting. Hidden Valley and Illinois Valley out in Cave Junction combining for the football season. Turns out that their game tonight against Phoenix, not counting as a league game in the Skyline Conference because of Hidden Valley combining with Illinois Valley over the cap, I believe, population-wise in the 4A as far as the Oregon State Schools Activities Association is concerned. That one is not a league game. Right now, though, Pelicans have got a tall task in front of them. 28-0 is the score. They trail the Sutherland Bulldogs on the road. I think the big key for them heading into the second half is trying to limit Josh Davis. As tall of a task as that may be, he is the big fullback for Sutherland, standing 6'2", 200 pounds, the senior. He has, ran the ball all over him tonight, almost over 100 rushing yards, and he's already got 3 touchdowns on the evening. They're going to have to limit him and try to attack through the air. I think for Klamath Union, if they're able to get Silas working, you could try to chip away at this lead a little bit, try to hold Sutherland where they are. You never know. A football game is kind of funny that way. We still got 24 minutes ahead of us as we head into the second half of action. Appreciate you being here for the Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union halftime show. We'll be back with second half action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to 104.3 and 960 Sports. We've got live HD video on mybasin.com. We're getting ready for the third quarter of action tonight from Sutherland, Oregon, just a few miles up the road from Roseburg off I-5 as we look south tonight. Each end zone on the east and west. Still fairly chilly tonight, although the rain did stop, which is definitely a blessing for those players down on the field. 28-0 as we come back into this one. The players warming back up. They're definitely going to need it. About, 34 degrees right now from Sutherland. Fairly chilly. Again, was raining earlier, but those players able to warm up. And for Sutherland, the big man warming up right now is going to be Josh Davis. He's already got 3 touchdowns in this game. Mentes has got the 4th for the Sutherland Bulldogs. Man, they have been running the ball real well. And just looking at the clock, a lot of times you'll see hour 45, an hour and a half for a first half in a high school football game. It has been 67 minutes since kickoff this evening and cooled down quite a bit, but the game is moving briskly as Sutherland, they've kept the ball on the ground tonight, and that has been their game plan all evening long. So these players warm back up, still about 2:10 left until we get ready for the third quarter of action. I'd like to thank a couple people who made this broadcast possible tonight, including Les Schwab Tires. Having the right set of tires and wheels in your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install tires and wheels. You can come in for a free pre-chip safety check, and they're going to help make sure that everything is in working order. Les Schwab Tires, they've been doing the right thing since 1952. Great folks down at Les Schwab in Klamath Falls, down on South 6th Street, and also in Merrill out there in the Klamath Basin. It'll be nice to get home tonight. These KU Pelicans going to roll back in probably about 11 o'clock. And tomorrow, if you were thinking about it, on mybasin.com, 1 o'clock, we're going to have some boys soccer action for you as they play the Mazama Vikings. And the Mazama football team, they're at Henley tonight, playing a big game there. I want to give one more shout out to the folks on Twitter at Mid-Major Media. Some great folks working out there, giving us some preseason rankings. I'll tell you who they put in their top 10 just real quick. As starting the season for them, they put Marist Catholic at number 1 in the 4A. They're at North Bend tonight. Hidden Valley, the Mustangs, in our division usually are at number 2. They're playing Phoenix tonight. Number 3, according to Mid-Major Media, is Marshfield. And you got Gladstone. Number 5 is Sweet Home. Number 6 is Banks. Number 7, that's where you find Henley. And they're at Mazama, who is number 9. Squashed in there in the middle is going to be Seaside, and then Cascade at number 10. Getting ready for the third quarter of action. Klamath Union back to receive. The kick is up. It looks like Zumwalt able to grab that one. He picked it up at about the 20 on the far side and brought it up to the 30. Klamath Union getting decent starting field position as they try desperately to crawl back into this one. They are trailing by 28. Again, let you know, for those of you listening on 104.3 FM and 960 AM, the Basin Sports leader out in Klamath Falls, if you'd like to watch this one, free HD video is available for you at mybasin.com. We are set up here in the bleachers tonight at Sutherland. I'd like to give a quick shout to Josh Gottling for setting us up, the AD at Sutherland. KU with the football. Silas Dutra takes the snap, but before he could get it off, there is a flag down on the play. Going to see if this one is coming back. KU, they start this drive again at the 30 with 11:55 to go in the third. Just starting the second half of action, and this one is coming back. It'll be 1st and 15 for KU as they drive from right to left to start the second half. KU in their red helmets. They've got white jerseys with black number and lettering, red trim with red pants. For the Sutherland Bulldogs, full black uniforms from head to toe. They're numbering in white with blue trim. Silas Dutra, play action pass over the middle. It is incomplete. The intended target being his brother Jameis, and it will be 2nd and 15. KU, for them, only a handful of first downs in that first half. I believe they stood at 3 first downs in the first half and now facing a 2nd and 15 after just 2 plays. Man in motion was Jameis, and the play is stopped once again. could be coming back for the Pelicans. Looks like that's what's going. Bringing that one back again for KU. Going to be a long second and 20. The first down marker is at the KU 40, and they are snapping it from deep in their own territory at the 20-yard line. Again, as we face south down the I-5 corridor at Sutherland tonight, we are going from west to east. KU is driving west right now, rather. 11:51 left to go in the third quarter. Man in motion was Jameis. Silas is going to take the snap and hand it off to his man running up the middle. Carrying that one, I believe, was Brayson Parsons. Parsons has gotten the ball a few times tonight. Probably up near 20 yards rushing on the evening. Third and call it 16 to go for KU. Long way to go. Likely going to see Silas air it out. Didn't get an opportunity too much in the first quarter, although he has thrown one interception tonight, and that came with 7:25 left to go in the second quarter. Other than that, has completed about 4 passes tonight, 4 of 6 in the air. Silas in the shotgun. He's going to take the pass. He's going to roll out to his right side, throw it on the run to his brother Jameis, but it falls incomplete in front of the KU sideline. That'll bring up 4th down. And 15 to go. KU likely bringing the punting unit out. That'll be a 3-and-out for the Pels, and Pablo Macias will be back to punt. That is the second 4th-and-out for KU tonight. And we'll see if Pablo Macias can give it a good boot downfield. Last time he was able to, about almost a 50-yard punt. Pablo Macias gives it the boot. That one is going to cross midfield on a hop. It's going to be fielded by Smalley. He breaks one tackle, brings it up past midfield to the 48-yard line in KU territory, and that's where Sutherland will start this next drive with 10:52 remaining in the third quarter. Smalley's been back there to receive that punt a couple of times. That was the first time he's actually brought it out afterwards. And are we redoing the punt? Unable to tell here. It looks like we might be. Oh, there is a flag down in the backfield. I wasn't able to catch that one. And we'll see what the signaling is here. Totally unsure. Looks like both coaching staffs are confused as well as I am. Unable to tell so far. Well, when we get the chance, I'd like to thank the folks at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. It's tax time. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls thinks that's a good thing. You can visit the store today to see how you can make the most of your tax refund during double down tax time. If you live here, you get it. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls at lithiaklamathfalls.com. Love the folks down at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. Love their slogan. If you live here, you get it. We definitely do down in Klamath Falls. As we're still trying to sort this one out with the officials, they're at about midfield right now having a conversation facing the KU bench, the sideline rather. Sutherland, almost all their players, all 11 of them lined up in midfield. That's where the football is too, at the 49-yard line, as we originally thought that it was a punt return that was brought out that far from Smalley, but a flag at the 2-yard line behind KU territory, and that's what it is. Looks to be a penalty against Sutherland. First down, Sutherland. So we're going to try to sort this out here. Look to be a personal foul against Sutherland. They're going to count the punt return up to the 49-yard line, so they were able to get that done, and now they are penalizing the Bulldogs back to about the 38-yard line. So it'll be a 10-yard personal foul penalty, make that 15 rather, as they bring it back even further, maybe a 20-yard personal foul.
They're going back 30 yards. That's 28 yards.
Yeah, they're right. I'm not sure if you can hear the folks behind us. They just went back 30 yards. Curious to see what's happening. And coach of the Sutherland Bulldogs, that's going to be Josh Gary. He's a little bit confused down there, as are the rest of us. So punt was brought out to the 49-yard line on the other side of midfield. Now we've gone backwards into Sutherland territory, and they are taking the ball from the 24 4-yard line. 1st and 10. 10:52 to go in the third. A play-action pass, and no, it's a hold going upfield. A run, passing midfield up to the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown, and what a run coming out from Adon Diaz. And after all that confusion, it only took Sutherland one play to get into the end zone. Call it about 76 yards on the rush from Adon Diaz. He held on to it after the wasn't play action. It was more of a read from the quarterback Pacini, and he's able to bring it all the way down there. Now the score 34-0 for the Sutherland Bulldogs. They're going to try to kick the field goal here. Doing the kicking for him is number 57. That's Thomas Woods. Holding it still for him is Smalley. He takes the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. The extra point for Sutherland. They lead now 35-0 over the Klamath Union Pelicans. We're going to step aside one break with 10:38 left to go in the third quarter. The Pelicans trail the Bulldogs 35-0. You've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Right here on mybasin.com. The Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week sees the Sutherland Bulldogs leading with 10:38 left to go in the third quarter, 35-0. The kick is up to KU as it looks like it's going to go out of bounds, untouched by number 23, that's Kane Holmgreen for the KU Pelicans. They're going to take it out at what looks to be the 30-yard line. As the kick went out of bounds, untouched, they move it up to the 30, and that's where KU will begin this drive with 10:33 remaining. Last drive for Sutherland. Man, one play, 76 yards. It took them about 20 seconds to do it as they took possession of the ball and in one play marched it downfield, giving them this lead of 35-0. 10:14 left to go in the in the third quarter rather. And the clock starts to run before KU is even able to get up to the ball. Sending a man in motion is Silas Dutra, and keeping it himself on the option, able to cut upfield before taking a hit. He gets a gain of, call it 5. He's now up to the 40. Silas has kept the ball moving tonight. He's had little luck through the air, but on his read options, he has made a good read of things. He's able to get about 4 or 5 yards each and every time he's done it. It has only resulted in about 3 first downs for KU, though. They'll get close, and a penalty has brought them back so far. They've lost quite a bit of yardage due to flags. They have also gone backwards a couple times. We'll see what kind of drive they're able to put together here. 2nd and 5, a man in motion. That's Coulter. Silas keeps it again on the read. He cuts to the near side, and a gain of 0. Doesn't get anywhere. It's going to be 3rd down and 6, still at the 40-yard line in KU territory. Have not yet crossed midfield with 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. See what Coach Smith decides to do here. 3rd and 5 to go, like we stated, and trying to maybe let Silas air it out. He's about 2 for 4 passing tonight. 2 for 5 with an interception passing tonight. He's got about 35 yards through the air and just as many on the ground this evening. 8:38 left to go in the third quarter. Silas is going to be in the shotgun. Standing back there next to him is his brother Jameis, and 3 wide receivers lined up to the far side. Silas is going to roll to his right. Pump fakes a pass. He's finally going to get it off, and I believe it's going to be caught by Jameis on the far sideline at the 45. Now the question is, did he get enough for the first down? It looked like he may have. The referees and the officials tonight, they're going to have to spot it, and they are, looks like he might just be short about a couple feet, but at this point in the game, when you are Klamath Union, you got to go for it. And they decided they are going to give him the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 45. KU's 4th first down tonight on a completion through the air. Dutra to Dutra, the Twins making the connection there. And it is 1st and 10 from the 45, still in KU territory. Silas has got a wide receiver lined up to the far side and 2 on the near side. The man in motion is Jameis. He goes to the far side, handed up the middle. A gain of 4 on the play. I believe that was Zumwalt with the run up the middle there. And a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 7:31 remaining in the third. 35-0. Sutherland has hit the ground running figuratively and literally. Only a couple passes and a lot of ground and pound for the Bulldogs on offense. But KU still a chance to get back into this one. The ball handed off on the sweep to Jameis. He's going to the near sideline, able to cut upfield at the 45 before being brought out at the 40. Call it a gain of about 11 yards on the run and another first down for the Pelicans. That is their 5th tonight. 2 first downs on this drive, almost equaling what they had in the first half. They had 3 after the first 24 minutes of play tonight. Now, in Sutherland territory for the first time in what feels like forever for the KU Pelicans. They're at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for them. 2 wide receivers lined out to either side of Silas. He takes a snap, drops back, rolls to his right, dumps it over the middle. It is incomplete. The intended target was Zumwalt. Threw it a little bit low to the ground. It looked like it bounced into his hand. They're going to keep the clock running even after the incompletion, as the score is 35-0. The officials letting the clock run. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40. We'll see if they continue to try to air it out. Silas has had a bit of luck through the air, making 1 completion on this drive already, and it resulted in a first down earlier on in this drive, and then a rush of about 11 yards for his brother Jameis. That's how we get 2nd and 10. 1 wide receiver lined up to the near side, trips out to the far side as Silas dumps it off close, and that's a completion. Cutting upfield now is Ortiz. He's going to get in for a Klamath Union touchdown, a 40-yard completion from Dutras to Ortiz, and KU is on the board with their first touchdown of the 2021 season. 35-6. And we'll see if they decide to go for 2 or if they are going to end up going for the extra point. That's what it looks like is going to be happening. Pablo Macias is going to be the man with the boot trying to put it through the uprights, as trying to make it just a 4-score game as the clock continues to run. 5:13 and counting even after the touchdown. Pablo Macias, the kick is blocked. The field goal goes for naught. Getting a hand on that for Sutherland. I believe that to be number 34, Thomas Mentes, making the defensive play there. And no matter who you are, that's an impressive defensive play. For KU, though, they do get on the board. They're trailing 35-6. That last drive going 5 plays and about 5 minutes long, ending up with a 40-yard Ortiz touchdown. That's Antonio Ortiz, a sophomore, standing 6'2", 160 pounds. Ortiz with a touchdown there, making it 35-6. Nice to get on the board for KU's first touchdown of the young season. Still a lot of football to play in this one and for the rest of the year. Next week going to be at Hidden Valley. And that game is going to be one to watch as well. The Mustangs, a very good football team, well coached. Know James Powers and the crew up there. Know them well. And excited to see KU take them on next week. As they kick the ball up, that one's going to be more of a ground ball, kicked up past the 30. Picking that one up, in fact, letting it roll around was Smalley. He falls on it at about the 22-yard line in Sutherland territory. That's where they will take over with 4:21 left to go in the third quarter. The clock continuing to run, by the way. Officials decide to let it keep going. even after the touchdown from KU. The defense for Klamath Union has had a hard time stopping the run game tonight. 5 touchdowns, all coming on the ground for Sutherland. They've got 3 from Josh Davis. They've got 1 from Thomas Mentes, and the last one from Avon Diaz. It was a 76-yarder their last time out for Sutherland. A man in motion is Diaz. He's going to take the pitch, cut up field on the far sideline. He's able to get 7 before being brought down. He maybe got an extra step in there. A first down for Sutherland on the gain of, they're going to call it a gain of 9. He was unable to get the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. And taking the handoff there was Dylan Smalley, not Diaz. Second and 1 to go. 3:13 and counting in the third quarter. Sutherland in control of the football game and with the ball right now. A handoff, this time a misdirection. That one's coming back up the middle on the reverse. Looked like Mentes carrying that one for the first down and then some. Call it a gain of 5, getting up past the 45 to about the 47-yard line. As Sutherland is driving now from left to right. Across your screen if you're watching our live HD video for free on mybasin.com. Appreciate you tuned in from wherever you are. Know we've got a few Sutherland faithful tuned in to our broadcast tonight. Appreciate you. And the folks back home in Klamath Falls, we love you back there in the basin too. 2:28 left to go in the third quarter. A 35-6 ball game. This one is handed up to Josh Davis up the middle for Sutherland. He gets the first down and then some. Up to the 45 past midfield before being dragged out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. A gain of, call it, 23 yards or so for Josh Davis. He has absolutely pounded the ball up the middle this evening. He's got to be over 100 rushing yards by now, probably close to 120 if we had to make an estimate there. $1:55 left to go in the third. Again, 35-6. Sutherland is in the lead in this one. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line now as Sutherland drives downfield. They are into KU territory. One wide receiver lined out to the either side of Pacini. That's going to be handed off, taking a big hit going up the middle. I believe that was Mentes again. He's going to get a gain of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 to go. As far as first downs for Sutherland, they are at 14 on the game unofficially. Just about a minute to go now in the third quarter. Sutherland still with the football as they continue to trudge downfield. Now 2nd and 9. They're taking it from about the 41-yard line. Pacini, now he's getting under center. He's got his backs in the backfield. That's Diaz and Davis behind him. A tight end lined up to his left, to his right, and a wide receiver lined up to his left. Now Smalley off to his side. That's going to be a pitch to Diaz. He's got blockers. He gets it up to the 30, now to the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5, and another touchdown for Sutherland. Ran it right up the near sideline for Diaz. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night. And coming from about 41 yards out, Diaz scoring a 76-yarder earlier in this quarter, and now a 41-yarder here late in the third quarter that makes the score 41-6 in favor of Sutherland. They're going to kick the field goal here. Going for the extra point. Again, Woods is going to be kicking this one up. Final play of the quarter. That one is going to be blocked by someone up front for KU. I believe that was Don De Los Reyes, as that brings us to the end of the third quarter. 41-6, Klamath Union trails in this one to the Sutherland Bulldogs. We'll be back after just a minute on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video for you on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Welcome back to 104.3 and 960 Sports and live HD video on mybasin.com. This is the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week. The Sutherland Bulldogs capping off the third quarter against the Klamath Union Pelicans with a touchdown. They lead 41-6. KU getting the ball back as the kick is up. That's the first kick we've seen catch air tonight. And the ball is fumbled a little bit. Sutherland looks like they might have recovered at the 30-yard line. Looks like trying to grab that one was Zumwalt. And I believe KU was able to corral it. Zumwalt let that one slip through his chest at the 30-yard line. Call it the 29. That's where KU will start this drive with 11:33 left to go in the ball game. KU's offense has had a bit of trouble moving the ball tonight. They have only got, I believe, 5 first downs on the game. The Sutherland linebackers and the defensive backs have shut down the passing game fairly effectively tonight. KU has had a little bit of luck running the ball, but not enough to get those first downs or those touchdowns that you're looking for. Their one touchdown tonight does come on a 40-yard Dutra-Ortiz connection through the air. This ball is kept by Dutra. He's able to cut upfield. He's past midfield now. He's up to the 40, past the 30 now, up the near sideline to the 20. He's pushed out of bounds just before crossing the 15-yard line. Call it a 45-yard rush for Dutra to start off this drive for KU. And while that's a nice play now, you would have liked it to come a little bit earlier on in the ball game, but still a nice play by Silas nonetheless. I believe actually that was Jameis Dutra on the handoff. So now it's 1st and 10 for KU from the 20, 10:22 remaining left in the game. That was their first play of the drive, going for, again, about 45 yards roughly. And now 1st and 10. He snapped into the backfield. That's going to be handed off up the middle to number 44 for KU. Call it a gain of 9. That is Nate Getman. Getman getting some playing time last year. Haven't seen him too much in this one. He's a senior standing 5'10", 175 pounds. Getman did get some playing time last year, as I was saying, especially in the game, I believe, against Elmira, which capped off KU's season last year. Had a big game in that one that ended up being a loss for the Pels. All right, Dutra in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to his man who's going to cut upfield. He gets the first down before being brought down at about the 6-yard line. That was Zeke Pena, a senior standing 5'10". KU allowing their alternates to get in the game now a little bit. By the way, apologies for you guys watching the HD video stream. Had a bit of trouble with the scoreboard there for a bit, but we are back. 41-6, the score, 9:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Clock still running now in the backfield. It's Zeke Pena again for KU. And it's handed off to Pena. He stumbles up for a couple of yards. I believe he is just short of the end zone. Call it the 3-yard line. I believe that's where he's at. It is now 2nd and goal for the KU Pelicans. Looking to allow Zeke Pena to get into the end zone here. 8:46 remaining in the game. This one seems to be out of reach for KU, but a touchdown here definitely wouldn't hurt for Zeke Pena and Dutra. 2 wide receivers lined out to the near side, 1 to the far side in front of the KU sideline. They got a man in motion. That's Carson Endicott. Handed off to Zeke Pena. No, that's a keeper from Dutra. He pitches it out. A bit of a loose ball before Zumwalt is able to get in to the 1-yard line, just short. That was a bit of a trick play. It looked like they was trying to lateral at the 1-yard line. The ball was knocked loose. Zumwalt was able to pick it up at the 1-yard line before being brought down. It's going to be 3rd and goal. A little bit of a broken play for KU there, unless that was what they were trying to do. But that seemed like a broken play for sure. But unable to take the ball was Sutherland, and KU still in control here. They're 3rd and about 1.5 yards out. Trying to convert and grab 6 points here. Zeke Pena still in the backfield. 2 wide receivers lined out to either side for KU. They got a man in motion. That's Endicott. He's going to take the ball, cut upfield, and he is going to be just short of the end zone. A goal line stop for the Sutherland Bulldogs. They're inside the 1-yard line. They've got to be 14 inches from the end zone here. This will be the 6th play of the drive coming up for KU. They're going to leave their offense out there. There's no reason not to. Trying to get this 4th down conversion. They are 0 for 3 on 4th down conversions tonight. This one would land them in the end zone. They're on the near hash line. Dutra lined up in the shotgun. They put Endicott in motion. Hand it off to Zeke Pena. He spins around 1 tackle. He's going to take a block and stumble just before getting into the end zone. A goal line stop for Sutherland. And that is some great defense from the Bulldogs. At some point, you got to tip your cap, and a great tackle there. I believe that was Smalley. Zeke Pena broke 1 tackle and could not break the second. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Pelicans. They're 3rd tonight. Sutherland is going to take over at the 2-yard line with 6:28 left to go in the game. See what they decided to do here. KU, good opportunity to maybe try to get the ball back too with a safety at the 2-yard line. Still got some guys out there that are trying to go for broke and, see what Sutherland decides to try to do here. They're going to, looks like, try to smash the ball up the middle, a gain of 2 yards. That brings it to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and about 6 to go for Sutherland. They lead in this one 41-6. It has been very much a ground and pound night for Sutherland. I know I keep repeating myself, but they have thrown the ball maybe 5 times tonight, if I can remember correctly. We'll have the full stats for you coming up after this game. We'll recap this game, take a look around the area, and tell you what's next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. That's coming up after this one, but still 5:21 remaining in the game. Run up the middle. That'll be a 1st down for Josh Davis. A gain of about 10 yards for the big senior. And Josh Davis just continues to trudge forward for the Sutherland Bulldogs. Davis, again, about 6'2", 6'3", 200 pounds. And again, if you're watching on the live video feed, you can see him in that huddle just standing there in the mob of black jerseys. Davis definitely stands out. 1st and 10 for Sutherland from the 20-yard line in their own territory as they drive from right to left. 4:42 remaining in the game. As that will be a handoff sweep, swallowed up in the backfield, a no gain for Sutherland. It'll be, a gain of about 1. That'll be 2nd and 9. By the way, another 1st down on that last play for Sutherland. They're 15th on the night. Only 3 in this half as opposed to 12 in the first half, although the clock has been running for this entire half. There is 4:15 remaining in the game. 41-6 the score. The Sutherland Bulldogs in firm control of this one. Again, KU has to look ahead to Hidden Valley next week when they play the Mustangs. Interesting game there. Haven't played Hidden Valley in a couple seasons, and I'll tell you why coming up in the post-game show of this one, and that will be in about 5 minutes. Josh Davis takes the ball up the middle. He breaks 1 tackle. He's got open field. He's up past the 35, brought down before reaching the 40. Call it the 37. That'll be a gain of about 15 on the ground for him. Josh Davis, and he can shrug tackles like no one I've seen at the high school level in quite some time. He is playing his heart out tonight. 3:30 left to go in the 4th quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sutherland Bulldogs, the 16th of the night for the home team this evening. 3:16 and counting in the fourth and final quarter of play tonight. See the score there, 41-6. Sutherland getting ready for this one. Pacini under center. It looks like they're going to hand it to Davis one more time. Or, no, pardon me, it was a option play. Swallowed up in the backfield. Looks to be a loss of 1. That'll be 2nd and 11 now for the Bulldogs. That's only the fourth tackle for loss for KU tonight, as they have had a lot of trouble getting into the backfield. The front five for Sutherland has been just as elite as their running game, and it takes a team effort to run the ball like this. And again, at some point, got to tip the cap to Coach Josh Gary of the Sutherland Bulldogs. Had a great game plan tonight, and it has worked to perfection against Klamath Union. Still some bright spots for KU. We'll break it all down in the post-game show coming up in a little bit with live HD video on mybasin.com. Pacini takes the snap, a toss to Josh Davis. He breaks one tackle. He's got about 6 guys on him before finally being brought down after a gain of 3. It takes an army to bring Josh Davis down. Looks to be a little bit shaken up, but he'll be all right. Josh Davis, he's a tough kid. And after about what seemed to be 6 or 7 players, mixed jersey colors on him, he was finally brought down on that last play. 3rd and about 7 to go. $1:46 left to go in the game. 41-6 is the score. Sutherland is in the lead. They've also got control of the football, likely just going to continue to run the clock down. Pacini under center. He's going to dish that one out to Smalley. Smalley up on the far side. He's able to cut up field before being brought down. Call it a gain of 6. He's brought down at the 49-yard line. Not good for a first down. That'll be 4th and 1 for the Sutherland Bulldogs. Nope, they're going to... I don't think that'll be a first down. He looks to be a little bit short. Nope, they're going to give it to him. Another first down for Sutherland. It was a close game. Might get a little bit more of a protest from me up here, but in a game like this, 41-6 with 60 seconds left to go, not really worth getting up in arms over if he was a couple inches short of the first down. And if you're Sutherland, that's the formation you like to see, taking a knee to end this game. I believe that will spell the end for KU. Might have to do that a couple more times with 40 seconds left to go in the game. 41-6 will be the final tonight from Sutherland. Klamath Union just could not get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. Meantime, for Sutherland, they were able to execute their plan to perfection. We'll break it all down. We'll give you the stats after the game, and we'll take a look ahead at what is next for Klamath Union, as well as what's next for some of the other Basin area schools and some of the other state colleges in Oregon. 41-6 the final tonight. We'll be back with the post-game show in just a few minutes. We've got the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 with live HD video on mybasin.com.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we'd gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
Thanks, kiddo.
Give everyone peace of mind on the road. Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
If you're trying to lose some weight and get in shape, Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club is the best place to do it. Harbor has state-of-the-art equipment, plus certified personal trainers to help you achieve your goals safely and quickly. They also have indoor tennis and pickleball courts, and tons of group exercise classes to help you have fun while you get in shape. When you're done with your workout, stop by their smoothie bar to get a nutritious boost. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
It's tax time! And Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls will help you make the most of your refund. Double down! Bring us your tax refund and we'll double it to use towards your down payment on your new vehicle purchase. And right now, choose from more new trucks and SUVs than ever and available 0% APR financing for up to 72 months. If you live here, you get it! Double your down payment during Ram Truck Month only at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls.
Oh, you gotta tell me about the
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Tires Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports with HD video on mybasin.com. The final tonight, Sutherland in complete control from start to finish, 41-6 the final this evening. Sutherland started off this game with a 6-play drive going 52 yards on the final play, a touchdown from Josh Davis, and unfortunately for the Pelicans, that became a theme for Josh Davis. He then put it in for 6 yards later on in the second quarter. And then Thomas Mentes put it in from 36 yards out, a drive capping play there that went 3 plays in about 2 minutes for Mentes getting the touchdown there. And then Josh Davis adding on again with a touchdown to end the first half, a touchdown from about 12 yards out. Josh Davis scoring 3 touchdowns in the first half. The score going into halftime was 28-0 for Sutherland in the lead of that one. Took a little while as we looked into the second half. 10:52 left to go in the third quarter. One play going 76 yards for Avon Diaz of Sutherland before Klamath Union was finally able to answer back with the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram drive of the game. It's tax time, and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls thinks that's a good thing. You can visit the store today to see how to make the most out of your tax refund during double down tax time. If you live here, you get it. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls. Check them out at lithiaklamathfalls.com. They saw the drive of the game, a 5-play drive lasting about 6 minutes, capping off with a 40-yard Dutra to Ortiz connection for Klamath Union's first and only touchdown of the game. On the next drive for Sutherland, Diaz going 41 yards, capping off a 4-play drive that ended up going about 78 yards in total. That's how we get to our final score of 41-6 tonight. And you're wondering, well, Sutherland, they scored, 6 times? They got 17 first downs tonight as opposed to 6 for KU. And if the score didn't tell the whole story, that definitely does. The first down disparity of these teams from Sutherland just grounding and pounding the football all night. No thanks to senior Josh Davis. And that kid is an absolute animal from Sutherland. Look to see where he goes in the future. 17 first downs for Sutherland tonight. Put this game behind you for KU next week against Hidden Valley. We'll take a look at the full schedule coming up in just a little bit. But first I want to take a quick look around the area, especially up at Oregon Tech. Men and women's basketball is back, and you can listen to all games starting on the 19th and 20th on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Also for Oregon Tech, baseball is at home against the Masters University. They are from Santa Clara. And softball is at the University of Providence in Montana for Oregon Tech. They are playing in Montana tomorrow afternoon. And also for Oregon Tech, cross country is at Corbin University. Taking a look ahead at Klamath Union athletics. Tomorrow, our next broadcast is boys soccer against Mazama. They play Saturday at 1. Live HD video for free for you on mybasin.com. Volleyball's got a pair of games coming up against Mazama on Saturday. Then they play Bonanza on Monday. Also on Monday for Klamath Union is a game against Mazama. Girls soccer is matching up with the Vikings at 4:30 on Monday. Our next football broadcast is against Hidden Valley. That's on Friday in Murphy at 7 o'clock. Now, you think Hidden Valley, they almost won the 3A state championship last year, but a very, very different team than the Sutherland Bulldogs. The Mustangs, they like to air it out quite a bit, and these Sutherland Bulldogs only threw it about 5 times. And by the way, interesting stat, 0 sacks for either team tonight, maybe 10 tackles for loss between both sides. So even though KU was unable to move the ball for first downs, they didn't go backwards too much through fault of their offensive line. Now, quite a few penalties caused them to go backwards a few times, and that's how we get our final score of 41-6 this evening. That about does it for us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this presentation of Klamath Union football on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We've been live all night with HD video on mybasin.com. To watch an archived replay of this event, simply log on to mybasin.com and click on Watch. MyBasin.com is your home for all happenings in the Klamath Basin, from news, special events, and a whole lot more. Visit us at mybasin.com. Once again, the final score this evening, the Sutherland Bulldogs 41, the Klamath Union Pelicans 6. Special thanks to Sutherland Athletic Director Josh Godding and Josh Gary, the head football coach, for having us this evening, and wishing a safe trip home to head coach Tom Smith of the Pelicans and Klamath Union Athletic Director Scott Mason for allowing us to cover his program. And one more shout to my program director Rob Sims and my good friend Rick Reuter for running the live stream tonight. I'm Josh Eldridge, and good night from Sutherland, Oregon.